Hello friends, welcome to TMXing Adventures. It's Lisa here. You might hear my kettle boiling behind because I'm about to make these amazing bread rolls, and these bread rolls need boiling water. And if you don't put boiling water in, they are a complete disaster. So come with me today, let me show you how to make them. I'm actually making them to take camping, so I'm going to freeze them and yeah, have them when we're away for either a dinner or a lunch. They are beautiful. I am tweaking it. That doesn't surprise you, right? So it might be a little bit different to usual, but that's okay. If you're watching on today, say hello. If you have a friend or family member who has a Thermomix, share this with them so they know how easy it is to make amazing food. And if you live in Australia and you want a TM7 on the bench, reach out. I'd love to support you to get one. You can find all my details through my website. So let's go start. Straight into the recipe. Oh, simmering basket inside. I need to remember to take that camping with me. So preheat oven to 180. Just a little FYI, an old-fashioned convention oven is way better than a fan force for this recipe. For some reason, the fan force cooks the outside well and you find the inside can be a challenge. So stationary air is definitely better if possible for this recipe. Okay, it can still work. It just needs to cook a bit longer. Line a baking tray with baking paper and set aside. Now place 300 grams of raw almonds. I'm not using almonds. I'm going to use sunflower seeds. 2 reasons. I like them better. Number one. If you're watching on, say hello, by the way, guys. Love to know if you're there. I feel like they make a lighter bread. So personal preference completely. But yeah, I like to use, so you'll notice I do that in the beautiful artisan gluten-free loaf. I most of the time swap in this for that, sunflower seeds instead of almonds. I just like it, and I like the flavor better. So, I like the little ding it gives me. By the way, on Cookidoo, there's 3 of these recipes. 2, they all have the same picture. It's a little confusing. Oh, there's a green pepita in there, that can stay. One of them has 3 egg whites and one of them has 5. Now, don't get hung up on the egg white part because I'm going to swap that too. But it's worth knowing that you can make 12 bread rolls or 6 bread rolls. So that's the difference in the recipes. So if you're just cooking for your other half, you might choose to just do the 3 white recipe. Oops, that was a little heavy. We are going to fish that out because the psyllium husk, who knows psyllium husk? I reckon some of you do, because psyllium husk is one of those things they say if you need more fiber in your life, to have psyllium husk. I have scooped sunflower seeds out of the bottom. So they say often to add this to your drinks and stuff, to your cooking. That'll do. So it binds up. It kind of goes slimy. We don't go through much. We kind of buy this probably once every couple of years, and you just like a little bit goes a long way, which I like. But it is something we always have on hand. So yeah, it's really good to have. All right, let's meal down. 10 seconds, speed 9. Let's make sunflower flour. So can you buy that? I don't even know, but we've got a Thermomix. We can make it. So press play, 10 seconds, speed 9. Okay, next, 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Not to be confused with bicarb soda. Hello, Anne. Lovely to see you on today. Different to bicarb, okay? Baking powder is different. Don't get them muddled up. Okay, I found teaspoons. I found my spoon set a little while ago, and I quite actually enjoy using it. I know that might sound surprising. Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt. You do want salt in the food, especially when you're not buying anything ready-made, because otherwise you don't have salt in things at all. And we do need salt as humans. Blend, point. Oh, it's going to use turbo 4 times. And I love this. So if you're on a TM31, TM5, you're using your turbo function. So it is mixing the dry ingredients through. Think of it like old-fashioned scones. In old-fashioned scones, you had to cut the butter up until it went together. This is doing it for us. It's just dry ingredients, spreading it through beautifully. One more go, and it's doing 4 goes. You can hear it go. Actually, you might not be able to hear it go, but it's happening. I do love how quiet the 7 is. Okay, 5 egg whites. Now, my hack for this is, I think I've only ever done it once with egg whites. I use 3 eggs instead. Okay, so 3 whole eggs is my answer instead. If you are doing the 3 egg white version, just use 2 whole eggs. Okay, so I don't find it makes enough of a difference to warrant separating eggs and then having to use the yolks to make hollandaise or something delicious like that. So I like to just use whole eggs instead. Ooh. These buns as well are really nice as like a breakfast bun where you pre-pack it with maybe like a fried egg and bacon and freeze it, wrap it up and freeze it. It's really nice like that. Okay, next up we've got apple cider vinegar. You could just use a standard white vinegar if that's all you've got. 45 grams. You could do a squeeze of lemon juice. You don't taste the vinegar. It's just trying not to go too heavy. This is a sticky dough because it's gluten free, so I don't want to make it more sticky. I want to be less sticky, if anything. There we go. What was I going to say? I don't know. Anyone else have those moments where the conversation just disappears out of your brain and you're like, I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, so next, knead it. 20 seconds on our kneading function. So when you've got a Thermomix, no bread maker required, no stick master, no hand beaters, no wooden spoons, the Thermomix does it. And I don't know if you can hear that, but it's actually kneading that together in there. It's not going to be done. We need our boiling water, so I'm just going to boil that jug again. And then we're going to be using our tray. So this is such a great recipe. Next, add 375 grams of boiled water. So you can see what that's come together like in there. Anne can relate to me forgetting what words I'm up to. Okay, I'm going to be careful with the amount going in. 375. I'm not going to go too heavy. Actually, if anything, I'm going to aim for less just because I know this is a sticky mix and I have changed to sunflowers. A little more. Oh no, that's okay. 10 grams more. It's okay to be 10 grams more, but I just know that it's going to be stickier than otherwise. The things I do. Okay, it's got a 1 minute knead and the magic is going to happen in this step. So this is where that boiling water, oh, hello, Lorraine, lovely to see you on. You've done your shopping today. I bet you it was lovely in the air conditioning. I have been trying to do this video all morning. We are packing for camping and I've got team stuff going on and all sorts of things going on. And I've been trying all morning to get, my Thermomix has turned off like 4 times. I was like, come on. So, but yes, it was so lovely to go away and unplug, but you guys won't miss out. So I know you may not be away for the long weekend. So YouTube has you covered in the evenings, okay? So keep an eye out each night. Thank you for your support over there, those of you who do watch the videos over there. So here we go, 17 seconds. Love this. I'm so excited to see what it turns out. Okay, excited and a little nervous to see what it turns out like. Only nervous because I know how messy this dough can be. And you know that I don't love messy hands. It's worth it though, okay? I promise. We ready? We're ready to see. Oh, it worked. So you're looking for it to pull off the sides. See how it's pulling off the sides? It's done. Dough will be sticky but workable with a spatula. Divide it into 12 equal sized portions. Form each piece into a roll before placing onto the tray. Bake for 50 to 55 minutes until lightly golden brown, and that's at 180, and allow to cool for 5 minutes before transferring to a rack. I do find with these, it is actually better, because we make these regularly, to take them off the tray. Don't leave them on there to cool. The bottoms get sticky, and then it gets soggy underneath. Not nice. So we're going to brave this. We are. Come on. All right. So 12 balls. Now you can work with wet hands. Wet hands, and I'm going to do that actually. Okay. Here we go. Many moons ago, and it's not that hot, by the way, because it's got boiling water. You wouldn't want to, leave your fingers in it, but it's not hot that I'm burning myself. Many moons ago, I used to do these at demos occasionally. So some of you may have seen these at a demo with me. And yes, that's when I found out that ovens do matter for this recipe. There is a technique and a there's the oven makes a difference, which is surprising because many times, you know, I know ovens, some of you love your oven, some of you don't love your oven. You've seen my oven dramas. But yes, it does make a difference to the outcome. These are a little runnier than usual because I can see that they're sinking. Now, a couple of things I could do about that. If I leave this mix for a couple of minutes in here, that psyllium husk will suck up more of that moisture and they will hold form better. They're looking a bit more like biscuits at the moment. But in saying that, we're going camping. The kids are going to take these possibly on their walk in the daytime, or there'll be a dinner. I haven't quite figured out what to wear yet. There's a couple of main meals. I know what we're doing and stuff, and everything's covered. I just don't know which item goes on which kind of day kind of stuff. So I don't mind if these end up flatter, like hamburger patties. Rolls. I don't actually mind if they end up that little bit flatter, but if that bothers you, definitely let it sit, because you'll notice the more I go on with these, the more that they're holding form, because that psyllium is having a time to bind up and suck the moisture out, because that's what the psyllium husk does. It sucks, a bit like chia seeds. I wouldn't interchange them, but now you can see as my hands are getting drier, you can see that it's sticking further to my hands. So after I drop this one down, I'm going to re-wet my hands. Hopefully I've got enough here for 12, or I'm going to have to steal some off those big flat ones at the beginning. Soon find out. I kind of wish this was a recipe that told us the weights of each little one, because then you could probably work it out. See how that one is sitting really bread roll shape, whereas the one prior and definitely this one, they've sunk. I can probably pick them up and actually reform them. Definitely changing texture now in the bowl. Did I make mention earlier? And I know I did. I'm going to just reinforce it. Boiling water, a very big key to success in this recipe. If you forget that boiling water, I don't know that it's... I think you can save it. I have a vague memory years ago of telling somebody to put their Thermomix on cook and to cook it up to 100 degrees with the mix in. Don't do it though, okay? Just don't. just know that get your kettle boiled and put boiling water in, okay? I feel like I did help somebody once pull it back together by doing that. But let's just follow the recipe. Oh, Lorraine, you're so encouraging. I don't know that I am. Oh, I love your encouragement. Thank you. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is I actually have some mix left and I only need to make 2 more. So I'm going to make the last 2, which are actually quite big. They can be hubby's bread rolls. Now see how sticky it's getting on my hand now? It's really awkward to work with. That one's a bit rustic because it was starting to stick. So I'll grab a little bit more dough to add to the top of some of these. There's probably another 2 bread rolls in this, but I don't want or need to have... I'm going to do better than that, okay? Don't stress. I don't need more bread rolls, and I actually don't really want to take extra because then people are going to argue over who's going to get what. So I'm going to just divvy this up. And those ones that are really flat at the beginning, I will shape them a little bit more. I'll take a bit of effort in shaping them. But let me divvy up the rest of this first. And I can't even turn the camera off, friends, because otherwise I'll be making my mouse all dirty. I have to wash my hands first. That was actually the other delay this morning. I had trouble with my mouse and keyboard. I had to find a new mouse and keyboard. My mouse decided that it did not want to connect anymore. So... must be needing a holiday as well. Alrighty, so I've now dumped it on top. It looks terrible, but just wet hands again. So I'll try and pick one you can see. Can you see that one? Yeah. So you can see how I've just dumped the lump on top. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to do a cheat. I'm actually going to flip it over, put that now as the bottom, and tuck into it that beautiful hunky bit that I had on the top. And now it's invisible, right? It's encapsulated in it. So I'm going to do that as well. And what I might do for you guys is I might weigh one of these so that you know how much to put on your tray, so that you don't have this dilemma that I did where you're like, how much exactly do I put? So give me half a moment. I'll just get some of these. I'm going to take the biscuit looking one and make it a little higher, which you can do. So There we go. Just keep your hands wet, okay? If it is too hot for you to work with straight away, it actually, now that I'm doing it like this, it's actually a lot nicer to work with when it's lukewarm. So I reckon if you let it get really cold, it wouldn't work at all. Like it just won't you'll end up really rustic. But at this point in time where it's probably about 40 degrees, 37 degrees, it's lovely to work with wet hands. If you had dry hands, it's just going to stick and be tacky. This is such a good one for cob loaves. So I remember a friend of mine used to use this recipe and make a cob loaf. She actually used to cook it off in her Weber barbecue. So those of you traveling, you take a Weber with you that has a lid on it. It works perfectly in the Weber because it's a stationary heat, which this recipe quite likes, that stationary heat. So let me weigh one of these for you. I've got 2 more to just fix up. And then one more. My hands are getting a little dry. Okay, let's weigh one. See what they are. Alrighty. Let's bring up the scales. At the top here. Scales, and let's bring up the scales. Here we go. Let's see what one of them weighs. There you go, 80 grams on the dot. So there you go. If you make your circles 80 grams, you will be happy with them being even in that. So there you go. Bread rolls straight into the oven, 50 to 55 minutes, 180 degrees, and you'll see the final product over at YouTube tonight. So have a lovely day. If I can help you with your Thermomix, regardless of what model, don't be a stranger, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Do share these videos. Help spread the Thermomix love with your friends and family that have Thermomixes, or maybe they don't have one, but maybe they're gluten-free and they buy gluten-free bread. It's expensive, man, and it's not even that nice. So they could do it so much easier and nicer. And in how long have I been cooking for? Okay, I've been cooking for 15 minutes, but I've been talking in that time a lot. Sorry about that. You know, they could be making their bread rolls in, you know, literally 5 minutes in the morning. Longest time is rolling them. And, you know, if they had family to help, a couple of kids, that'd be like 3 minutes and they're done. So, like, it's something where if you are gluten-free, it is really cost-effective to have a Thermomix on the bench. So, have a lovely one. I will be back live for you next week. So YouTube at night time is your answer. There are some videos coming up for you guys over there on YouTube. But Tuesday, I think Tuesday night, is when I am back on live. Actually, no, Wednesday night. I'm doing some demos on Tuesday. So Wednesday night, I will be back online for you, sharing my Thermomix love and hopefully inspiring you to get more out of your Thermomix. But otherwise, take care and I will see you soon. Bye for now.